Greetings, I'm Tim of Govberg, and welcome to the world of Grand Seiko. Today, I'll be your guide to the proper usage, care, and maintenance of your Grand Seiko SBGJ019 GMT high-beat automatic. Now, it's important to note that this Grand Seiko, although automatic, can be manually wound should it run down. By taking the crown in its first position flush to the case, and turning it in a clockwise direction, approximately 30 turns will be sufficient to energize the mainspring and start the beat of the balance and the advance of the seconds hand. At this point, you can strap it on the wrist, and the natural course of kinetic action on the wrist, in conjunction with the case-back winding rotor, will ensure that over the course of several days of consecutive use, the watch remains in operation and fully energizes its mainspring. However, should you wish to manually wind the watch to its maximum rated power reserve of approximately 55 hours, simply continue turning. 45 to 50 turns should be sufficient, but you can give it a few extra turns just to be sure. Due to the bridle style architecture of the mainspring, excess tension is relieved. You cannot accidentally overwind by manual or automatic means this timepiece. Now, once you've wound the watch, there are two additional crown positions that allow precise setting of the time. The intermediate between winding and setting of all indications is the local hour advance. Now, you can actually advance it or back it up. Either one is suitable as you travel through time zones. Now, the local hour hand is where you are, which is why the local hour hand drives the date disc. Now, you'll note that the seconds hand continues to advance, and though imperceptible, so do the minutes hand and the 24-hour reference time. That's where your home is or where your friends or family may be. Now, it's important to note that when you pull the crown out to extremity, now you stop the balance. You can synchronize precisely to an accurate reference time, and you can set all of the indications in sync. Now, it's important to note that it's best to synchronize by waiting for the seconds hand to reach the index at 12 and then advancing the minutes hand to the next nearest minute, waiting for your reference time, such as an online atomic clock, to catch up to the time you just set, and then push the crown in. Resumes the beat of the balance, the advance of the seconds hand. Now you've synchronized your watch. With respect to care, it's important to take three areas of concern into serious consideration: water resistance, magnetism, and shock. Water resistance, it should be noted, is never applicable to a leather strap. So though this watch is water resistant, leather is a natural porous material that never is. So always disuse a leather strap, fit rubber, textile, or bracelet before taking the watch in contact with water. In practical terms, this watch, rated for 3 bar or 30 meters water resistant, is pronounced by Grand Seiko to be sufficient for everyday exposure. For example, raindrops or splashes while washing your hand, but not for vigorous aquatic activity. Therefore, the watch should not be used for swimming, for diving, for scuba, or snorkeling. And with respect to that 3 bar water resistance, it's also important to help avoid accidental drowning. Even in the course of that everyday exposure, keep the crown flush to the case when it's not being wound or set, and never withdraw the crown or use it for any of its functions, winding or setting, when there is water on the case, as this can bypass the seals and introduce water to the interior of the watch with catastrophic consequences. Moreover, water resistance, unlike mechanical specifications or physical dimensions, is not a static feature of the watch, and over time, as seals dry and lubricants age, water resistance will ebb. So Grand Seiko recommends having the watch water tested at least once every 24 months at an authorized service center of Grand Seiko to ensure that factory-rated hermeticity is still intact. Magnetism is now ubiquitous in daily life. Magnets are used for the closure of purses and wallets and refrigerator doors. They're generated by high-powered home and office wiring looms, speakers, subwoofers, and of course MRI equipment. Keep the watch remote from all of these, as magnets can affect the metallic hairspring of the watch, magnetize it, and alter the timing precision of your timepiece. Now, if you suspect, because of exposure or erratic timing, that your watch may have become magnetized, take it to an authorized Grand Seiko service center where specialized equipment is available to quickly and easily demagnetize it. Shock is also an important consideration for owners of fine mechanical timepieces, as vibrations can minimally alter the timing precision of your watch, and shock maximally can damage and even stop the timepiece. So ensure the watch is disused during activities such as dirt biking, mountain biking, baseball, tennis, and golf, as well as firearms marksmanship. Now, service is important with any fine timepiece, but especially with a mechanical watch, and Grand Seiko recommends servicing every 3 years, a comprehensive overhaul with a Grand Seiko authorized service center. Now, these agencies exclusively have the trained personnel, specialized equipment, and original Grand Seiko factory replacement parts to maintain the integrity of your watch both as an instrument, as an investment, and of course, as an everyday companion. Moreover, only these agencies are authorized to back any parts or work invested with an original Grand Seiko factory service warranty. Moreover, you can visit our website, govbergwatches.com, and text, email, or call our experts who will be happy to walk you through the care, maintenance, and usage of this or any Grand Seiko product.